Do you honestly think that people stay creative throughout the day? Wacha kwanza na day.
It's very hard. It's very hard, especially for me how I've viewed it being hard. Tuanze huko nyuma. Mzazi wangu angepata na chora ama naimba as an artist. Ningeambiwa hivi tunafanya hapa hazina pesa. Ebu enda usome ukue daktari. Tuanze tu hapa. Hapa ndio sasa creativity ilianza kuwa.
Babako atakusikia uko na beef na yasa. Ni sawa. What do you think? Do you stay creative full day? How many hours do you work a day if you're given? I know where you freelance or you do your own things.
For a designer, you can't stay creative the whole day. Sad. Kitafika to time utakuwa na fatigue, creative fatigue. So you can't stay creative the whole day.
Welcome back to Kenyan Design Conversations. Hapa mahali tunapeana conversation draw about design and everything around design. Na tuko sponsored leo. Anyway, usiseme ni story ya Jaba.
Ni story ya Jaba.
Hapana, ni Jaba Fusion. Leo ndo sponsors. Mazee ukifika ile time unasikia kichwa itaki kurelate vizuri, Jaba Fusion iko hapa itakupatia long hours za kufanya kazi. But anyway, watch out the burnout. Yes,
Jaba Fusion.
Kunywa. Hii ni ya sugar cane. Unajua sasa itarelate na wewe wenyewe ni Mluya. Unapenda mia.
Unashua wewe ni Mluya?
Oi.
Sindano mimi nashangaa.
Wewe wale watu wa kutembea na brush. Broom wakifly. Unajua ile place. Kitoto chache.
Wewe Jaba Fusion tunaweza pata wapi?
Iko Ruaka na Sharaki.
Sasa nikihitaji mimi watu wa Kasarani tukiraji kuja Ruaka.
Kuna delivery. Jaba Fusion, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, kila mahali.
Jaba Fusion everywhere, Instagram, kila mahali utapata, piga order yako. Anyway, apart from Jaba, sasa tuanze story ya Jaba vizuri sasa.
Kama shika.
Yeah.
Acha nikuachie anze hiyo story ya Jaba.
Yeah, once upon a time ideas zilikuwa zina flow.
Even alikuwa anaanza insha. Na composition.
Yeah. Uko unaanza hivyo?
Hapana. Easy.
Yeah, so once upon a time ideas zilikuwa zina flow. Like unakaa hivi chini unakuwa creative without any pressure. Na that time was when you were a kid. Hakuna expected deadlines, timelines. Hakuna given hours you're supposed to put in. But do you think you can stay creative right now in the capitalism world?
Wada, naweza kata kidogo tu. Kidogo. Wait, hizo t-shirts ziko wapi?
Ndezia.
Hii bana huyu. Wait, wada, tuko na merchandise ya KDK hapa. Mazee poleni, nimekata deva hapo hivyo lakini poleni. Tuko na ya KDK. That's how it looks.
Kuna ngine hapa.
Wale mko tuna za white.
Tuko na black.
Kuna
hatuwezi kosa ku represent Mose.
Sawa tu.
Ndio pia. Yes.
Also we also do a requested customized, so you can just request hapo chini. Ukifinyanga subscribe button, kwa comment una request, we can do one for you then. Yeah.
Like one for Dev. Yeah, kona ake space utaiona next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Dev.
Yeah, pinks ndio.
Like story ya Jaba. Once upon a time.
Young God is an artist.
God is an artist. Umesikia? God is an artist.
God is a designer.
Anataka God is an artist. Si personalized.
Sasa God is an artist kwangu. Wewe ni venye unakaa vizuri. Kwa sababu kazi ya God.
Yeah man, back in. Ideas zilikuwa zina flow crazy, unalala hivi unaamka unakuwa tu creative. But what happened? Okay, tunakuwa creative most of the time. But sisemi ati full time. However much you've given into a project with a deadline, timeline, inakuwa na shortcomings zake. Do you honestly think that people stay creative throughout the day? Wacha kwanza na day.
It's very hard, especially for me how I've viewed it being hard. Tuanze huko nyuma, mzazi wangu angepata nachora ama naimba as an artist ningeambiwa hivi tunafanya hapa hazina pesa, hebu enda usome ukue daktari. Tuanze tu hapa ndio sasa creativity ilianza kuwa.
Babako atakusikia uko na beef na yeye sana. Ni sawa. What do you think? Do you stay creative full day? How many hours do you work a day if you're given? I know we're in freelance or you do your own things.
For a designer, you can't stay creative the whole day. Sad. Kitafika to time utakuwa na fatigue, creative fatigue. So you can't stay creative the whole day.
Do you mean like lifetime?
No, this is just on a day-to-day occasion. Yeah. Because Suzy niambia utafanya design from asubuhi paka jioni, then how productive you are in the morning. Zile crazy ideas zenye ulikuwa nazo asubuhi, the same way utakuwa nazo in the afternoon. It's hard.
Yeah.
And how do you keep it like ushajua time unakuwa creative na time ya kufanya vitu zenye ushakuwa creative, so you're working on
me, it. If I talk personally, me sinanga specific time ya kuwa creative. Yeah. Me never stay like the whole day I'm doing nothing, but ikafika saa 8 usiku then something has just come up.
That's creativity. Hata unaamkanga saa 8?
Mimi? Zi. Kitambo.
So unakuanga na
saa 8 mchana
usiku.
Technically see it vile kuamka. Me like most of the time me will sleep like around 1 to 30 am. So like I can spend the whole day doing nothing, then if you usiku, or maybe I can spend the whole day doing something creative, then if you usiku. So sinanga like specific time nitasema like nikiamka asubuhi I'll be very creative, no. Sinanga specific time ati this time I'll be creative. Nitakuwa na kudanganya.
Yeah. So building on top of like time when you unakuwa creative, there's also deliverables, client briefs, brand guidelines. They sort of like they try to shape your imagination. How do you trade off or balance the passion of creativity, the client briefs, the hizo brand guidelines to stay? Because when you talk about capitalist world, these are the factors that are surrounding you for you to execute what you need to execute as a creative.
I think for me nikipatiwa brand guidelines huwa nashukuru Mungu sana, because I won't spend so much time doing whatever the client wants me to do. Unless the client requests that we can shift slightly out of the brand guidelines, that's when I can try to be creative. But those specific times nimeambiwa ni specific to brand guideline, because kila kitu dunye nenda kufanya kwa brand guidelines. So I don't need to think something else. Me is just trying to make sure that I'm implementing what is already there.
So in short, namaanisha in that moment you're not creative. You're working for paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. When you're told to follow brand guidelines, please don't try to be Einstein, don't try to be Galileo. You just do what you've been told.
When was the last time you were creative?
When was the last time?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think the work that I've been doing a packaging design. That one, I was the one coming up with the whole, it's a new product, so I was coming with everything. Yeah. So I was coming up with the logo, brand guidelines, the packaging, how it looks. Yeah.
Sasa hapo creativity likutaka how long? Was it ages? Ama uliweka okay, TSM tu umeweka 8 to 5 years. How long did it take you to be creative?
It took me around 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah.
So those
7 days was coming up with new ideas and doing everything. Yeah.
Oh, and you're given that the person who gave you the work alikupatia chance ya kuexplore ama alikwambia like it's within these timelines, because now you have 7 days of creativity,
the client asked me,
The 7 days is just for thinking ama the entire project?
no, it's not for thinking. You can't think for 7 days.
You can.
Okay, so this how it was. We had a meeting with the client. Then the client asked me, so how long do you think you can take to come up with the logo? Then I told him rough estimate, doing everything, doing sketches and coming up with the new ideas. Roughly 7 days. So those 7 days, you maybe take a day or two thinking on how the logo is going to look like. Then from the third day going forward, then you start doing the sketches and everything.
So in short, inamaanisha kuna trade-off here. You cannot be creative entirely.
No.
You have to balance.
Yeah.
Mariga.
Yes.
Where how do you still pursue your passion of being creative in a project? Yenye wewe unataka ukiscroll iende horizontal, put hapo vitu zako, kakasa kakweka nazunguka hivi instead ya pointer and what the market is or what the expectations of the client. Do you still stay creative ama you just build because
it depends. It really depends. But in software development, creativity we look it more into automation, not creativity the way we look in design. But that one, most of the automation comes to benefit me kama developer, because you find if you go to bigger companies, they have a structured way of doing stuff, like maybe a function is supposed to be like that. Yes, how things flow always change, so there's no room for creativity. But kitambo time nilikuwa when I was working maybe around startups and everything else, at least hapo ulikuwa na creativity. You can even start to use any language, you try some new stuffs like that. But it was a good time by then because you had time to explore and learn more. Lakini sahi
sasa kama nikiluya hakuna kuongea Kimaragoni.
Yes. So there's no creativity.
So on do semeka nini?
Yes.
It is a time whereby I know how to use Illustrator and in design, and I'm like, oh no, let me try something else. Natafuta kama Affinity ama natafuta Inkscape.
Yes.
So just trying to learn something new. Wewe hakuna ile time ushaika chini, you are like, apart from Python, what other language can I try to explore? You was just trying to.
I usually do that, but I was looking in a perspective yenye kitu nanilipa. Sina hiyo freedom ya creativity. Yes. But you see, nikikuja like right now, nikikuja kwa kampuni yako, probably I'll have a sort of creativity because I love to think like how will 7.5 operate, like so now I'm drawing a picture of a system of your company now. Now I have a space to be creative, because I have to decide how you'll save things, will be saved, how you'll retrieve everything. Lakini nikipata mse kama shatengeneza, it's the same way. Ukipewa brand kit, you'll follow the brand kit. No, meaning you're not given room for creativity. You just have to follow that. Ya kitu kama hiyo.
So from this conversation, that means we are not exploring our full potentials as creatives. There are factors that are limiting us to go crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are only creating for the capitalism world.
Exactly.
But we are not like putting all our potential into being creatives, because there are these factors: briefs, brand guidelines, deliveries, paycheck.
Yeah.
I think the world we are living today, I can say in history to originality, because ushaikuwa you've started doing something, then client akakutumia an image. I was thinking something like this.
Yeah.
Of which you as a creative, boy inakutonga timing kabisa.
Yeah, very true. I agree. So
I think we live in a world whereby originality is dying slowly. Actually, let's say like 60 to 70% of originality zishakufa. Siku hizi kila mtu anatumia template. Canva.
Maybe nikiwa moja wao spread your gospel.
And then also kitu yenye namaliza creativity ni I think also deliverables. Unapata like you have so many deliverables and you have short time. So you have no time to think. Niambia like I have all tuseme niko na 4 packaging. I need to deliver by let's say in the next 2 days. I have another logo I need to deliver in the next 5 days. I have pengine sijui posts as a social media like 10. So then time frame unapata ziko limited. So by the end of the day me kusema like nianze kwambia mse I need time to think and do this and this and this. Your time hakuna. Atakwambia I need this by this and this because maybe I need to launch something in the next 2 or 4 days. So unapata the time of you sitting down and be creative. Your time hauna kabisa.
Yeah, makes sense. But that's unakuja kupata mtu kama Mose hana place ya kuwa creative kwa mali anafanya. Sasa nakuja anaamua kuambia Sam ama wewe naweza kutengenezea kitu fulani. So hiyo ndio utapata ni time yenye yeye anaamua kuwa creative. Lakini hata unapata most of the time like the creative is not being appreciated for what he has done being creative because akikuja kwako kufanya creativity seti juu wewe ulikuwa unahitaji hiyo creativity yake. Ni amekuja kuonyesha creativity yake, so you won't get that appreciation at the end of the day.
Yeah. And that brings the question, the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Do you think they know? Do you think they care? Okay, the capitalist world wants your creativity.
Yeah.
But do you think they care about your art? Do you think like the reason why they don't care about your art is it that they don't know, they don't understand? What are the factors leading to that?
First thing I can say is because they don't know. Because you see, something simple like a logo. You find like someone anataka logo ingine ni kama imeshuka kutoka heaven. Hataki kuelewa your thought process of designing a logo. Like this is why this logo is like this, and this is the spirit that will go with it. But in the back of the mind, or they don't take like that the ideation of it. Wakozile hii haikai vizuri kama ya Safaricom. You get?
Safaricom inakaa vizuri anyway.
No, I'm just saying.
The better option.
Now you know. Yes. Sasa unaona like sasa they won't appreciate the creativity. Yes, they try to copy from somewhere else. So it's very hard for them to understand like this is yours and this is how it's when you unaitwa dev na wewe ni dev. Like you never chose dev, but you are given the name dev now. Now the description of you being dev, hiyo ndio people don't get to understand. They want mimi nataka mtu kijana wangu akwe kama dev. Yes.
Mose, are you getting time to engage and teach your clients the benefits and the other side of the art industry and why it's important to have originality? Or do you think the door inakuanga shut immediately once they share the briefs and what they think they want?
I think for the clients I've had, I think maybe 1 or 2. This is because I had the knowledge in the industry. They are wako kwa hiyo industry, but for them it's more of technicals, but there are those basic things that ukiingia kwa market or vitu zenye mnafanya but they don't have that clear. So the one that I was dealing with, I think was it 1 or 2, for them I had that deeper knowledge. It was in tea industry, so I had a deeper knowledge in tea industry. And when it comes to marketing, so by the end of the day I was just trying to tell them that this won't work, this will work. If you apply this way, and actually they are very good clients, they listened. Because even most of the execution that I've been doing, they were coming from me because of the understanding. Now and at all niambia, see for us, we know how to produce and do whatever. But when it comes to this and this, we have, that's up to you.
So giving value addition.
Yeah, so for me in Colombia, like if you are dealing with this, you can't associate this and this. So kama ni you're building an online presence, you already have a social media account.
Yeah.
But the brand that you're dealing now is a new brand, and it will be like an umbrella brand, and it will have like the rest of other products. So we can't use this one on the current social media you're having. So technically, by the end of the day, we need to create that. Like for this brand, it has to grow as its own brand, because you're going to have so many products in line.
Yeah.
And it seems like you enjoy the creativity for that project.
So and then napata kama ni teachers kwa logo, naambia like if you're applying this logo here, this color, and if you apply it here, there's a big difference. If you apply on this background, itaonekana. Ukiapply kwa this background, itaonekana. And also application of the logo, unapata naambia like as much as we want to maintain the brand colors, but there are those background by the end of the day that ukiplace logo, itaonekana. And what is the main thing, me nikienda hivi kwa super, what is the main thing mtu anaangalianga kwanza? Utaangalia brand. Na brand mostly zinakuja kwa logo. Unapata most of the needs zinakuja kama tuseme Nescafe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ama tuseme Durex. Inakuwa Durex ama Dulex?
Durex.
Nategemea unatoka wapi? Kama unatoka Mlima.
Dulex. Shout out to watu wa Mlima. So ikifika that point whereby the client needs to understand deeper than here. There are those wenye wataelewa, kuna wale watajifanya kierera wanajua so much, then for them you just do what they want. Umalizana na wao kulipo uachane nao wende. Ule client mwenye hataki umwambie like the thought process on how you do things, like come up na logo, I come up with a sketch, maybe nichore chini ama ni do my sketches on Illustrator first before nianze kusummarize, nijue which one looks better, which one doesn't look better, ndio nikuje nikuoneshe. Kama mimi afikiria like you just do for the money. Don't try to apply creativity when someone doesn't want to appreciate your creative thought process.
Yeah, indeed. It's a hard balance. Do you think staying original right now will earn you more gigs? Ama utaka uko na ego, uko na kiburi, like you don't want to listen to wenye wanakuambia? Do you think being original will consistently earn you more gigs right now?
Yes, it will. Yeah, because of one thing, to rudi back, like kwa grao kabisa, it's people who do business. As in, it's you and me who do business, not business to business. Yes, and then how you convince me about your creativity will make me, as a client, itafanya nijue kama nitaenda na hii originality na ama stena na, and then it depends with the exposure of the clients. Kipata msemo anatoka like a place from like a corporate, he knows things like PR. So if you're doing something creative for them, if you're starting, most of the time creativity, you're given a space for creativity when something is starting.
Yeah.
Ama something they are trying to revamp it to a new thing. During that time, so we're convincing power yako mostly nadhani inaweza work hapo. Ikishapita hapo
ianze kukuwa na some level of decision making.
Ni
toka huku kwenda huku. Mose kuna time uko unapiga hiyo story inatoka CEO anasema hivi. Head of marketing anasema hivi.
Those situations are very tough. So unapata since you have no say anywhere, when you're stuck in the middle, we anasema hivi, but one has more power.
Tunaenda na mwenye kuna nguvu. Huyo ndo analipa bill.
I think originality. For those of you who wants to keep originality, like me, I rarely use templates. If I use template, I usually use elements because it reaches a time whereby I'm in a hurry and there are those elements nahitaji. Hizo elements ziko kwa template, so I just deconstruct the entire templates. Then for those who wants to keep originality, me can't ambia, don't let anyone convince you to shift away from originality. because it's very bad when you've worked on something on a poster, then you move 2 blocks away, you see the same thing but with different colors. Stuff ni sinya sana. That is the reason why nikipata template I usually deconstruct it completely, because me sitaki nimefanya like template ukisonga mbele unaona the same difference tu ni color na logo na pengine text, but everything else, placement, arrangement, hierarchy, kila kitu is the same. I think there are those places you will need to use template, but be careful on how you use template.
But why do you use a template? Because it's capitalism. You don't have the time to do your creativity. That's why you can use a template to fasten up that process.
You can be creative when you're using a template.
That's why
so there are those people who are very lazy. Mtu anachukua template free pick, anakuja anairusha. That's what actually only happened hours easy.
Yes.
Mtu anachukua template free pick, abadilisha anything,
change to the necessary information.
Vile mekoto hivi ya hierarchy hivyo. Yaani kubadilia tu text na logo. That's it. Na pengine colors here and there. But colors in a suit whatever they're doing, they just change the nini.
Yeah. So you're advising people to stick to their originality, but I have a question. What if your originality conflicts with the existing system? What do I mean? You are introduced to a team to offer your services in whichever manner, but unaenda hapo unafind wako na design system when it comes to product or brand guideline, like you're saying, but ni mbovu, it's not aligning with your originality. You feel like, I just need to do these things from scratch again. How do you handle such a scenario?
I think from there it depends with how long they've been in the market with the new brand. Let me give an example of 75. Like I did rebranding two years ago.
Yeah.
And someone has come in akaniambia like, I'm not saying your branding is bad, but I think we can do something better. So that's a person who wants to keep originality. So the best way is you need to analyze. It's a long way of which I'm 100% sure what I'm going to say. Most people won't do it. But you need to look at the market impact.
Yeah.
And you need to analyze and make. If it doesn't have that much impact from the time it was rebranded, then you need to tell them that whatever the rebrand that you did 2 years ago is the reason why you've not been having so much effect in the market. And it's not that I'm saying it's bad, but I'm saying you can do something better to make sure that by the end of the day, if you're going back to the market, you're going to have a slight impact and improvement.
Yeah.
So from there, you can apply your originality and you just tell them that this is what I'm thinking.
I think in that scenario, he is very right. And also think because it happened some days back, a client had, the brand identity wasn't that okay. But we had to use that. We deliver the deliverables the client had. And then after that, we came up with a new originality, and we told the client, like, if you do this, it will work better for you because of this and this. Was it a wrong move? Because unapatanga watu wengine watakanga kufanya kitu kama hiyo, nafaa ucharge also. Ucharge extra? Yes, because you've given them a whole new, yes, a whole new idea.
Yeah, unafaa ucharge different, haiko kwa nini yako.
Haiko. Lakini sasa yeye hana hiyo story ya originality yako sawa na kuenda na hiyo yake venye imekuwa.
That's why that depends with you.
Yes.
If you are the originality person,
yeah,
you will fight hard.
Yes. Like if it's Canva.
Yeah. If you are designing for the algorithm,
yeah,
which is capitalism.
Yeah.
Unaenda
nayo kesi baadaye. Okay. And how can you charge that now? Like you're revamping someone, ama unaangalia value yenye unaenda kuleta afterwards based on what they have.
Me, I think what I can say is before you do that, you need to engage the client. If you're going to charge, you need to engage the client first before doing it.
Of course, yeah.
Or you can do just a rough concept and then explain to the client the beyond the concept. Maybe from there the client can see your perspective and say like, yeah, I think we need to go. Then from there you can wambia, we are doing this, but we'll be doing at this cost.
So namaanisha that's one way ya kuingia kuleta creativity ya kwenda capitalist.
But ile na situation whereby unaona it's not good, but you just go ahead and do it, and then then you tell them I'll charge you. Atakwambia no, I didn't tell you to do that.
Yes.
Because you need to have the agreement with the client. Wambie like I've done a slight rough of an improvement of what you're having at the moment, and this is how it looks. So you just give them that picture of how their brand might look like, given that you have a slightly improvement on it.
Okay. But then, question: how do you separate yourself? Like, ile unakuwa so okay, you're in tune with the algorithm of capitalism.
Yeah.
But how do you design from the heart? Because most of the time I've found out that the best work comes when you're not trying to sell something. And I think you should be always tapping into that. How do you program even like your mindset to understand like I'm doing this, but for example, sina delivery ama kuna mtu ataangalia like because hizo ndo moments unapata una deliver kazi safi.
Personally, I usually say the first thing you as a designer you need. Ukitembea hapo Thika Road, then you see a billboard that you did. Are you going to say that's my work? Or you are going to say I did it for money? Ama ukwe Thika Road, you start by sema tu just a random designer hata mjuani. Alafu angalio billboard like alifanya job anafikiria ni. That billboard looks shit. That is a kind of scenario like how your work is going to be seen out there. I think that's going to determine how you're going to do your work. If you're just going to do your work for the sake of you don't care how your work is going to look out there, then me, I'm fine with it. But if you really care about your work, that ikienda kuonekana hapo nje and someone say that's a nice job. Hata wenyewe kama umekana msee you are like una feel mwambie boss ni aje mimi ndio nilifanya job.
Yeah.
So if you look in that perspective whereby hata inakujange na situation whereby umekaa tu hivi na client wako ushacha kwa wera pengine, alafu maybe alikuwa na msemo mwingine akuja muulize who did that work, akombe ni huyu, and needs your services because that's a good work. If you see in that perspective, so anytime you're going to design anything, anytime you're going to do anything, you're developing anything, you'll remember that someone will see my work somewhere and they will ask that person mwenye nilimfanyia na atarecommend. Jiko na zile kazi zenye like ushafanyia msee lakini msee nani alikufanyia job, unaweza hazi hapana, acha enda kutafuta msee mwingine. So for you to remain passionate and do something that creative, I think you need to see in that angle.
Kuna kuangana phrase bali nasimanga, do what you love and you'll never work a single day.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a myth based off this conversation?
It's not a myth. It's very true, because if you do what you love, you won't be having in the back of your mind, won't be like feeling like work.
Yeah.
But what about this capitalism and designing for the algorithm, paycheck, deliverables?
You can't. Where we are right now, you just have to feel you're working. Like you just have to work. There's no otherwise.
So you're deciding to deconstruct.
Yes. We're in a capitalist country.
Yeah.
I think on that statement, nilikuwa na watch pod fulani ya nani ya Chris Du. I think ni September, either September or August. Alikuwa anasema it's now I think 2 years they've not get revenue from getting clients. They stop doing client work.
They do content.
They just do content and then your story any online schooling and just and selling assets online. But your story we need to tuko na client fulani is easy. They stop doing that.
Why?
Huh?
Capitalism.
Because I think we may reach at a point whereby personally I think Chris mali amefika ni kwa nini koba yake anakonga ameandika teaching 1 billion people. So his main focus is all about not dealing with clients but just teaching the world. I think me vile naweza deconstruct saizi mali amefika since it's not taking any more clients. Mali amefika ni he just wants to teach people. He doesn't want jet story ya kudeal na clients.
Now he wants to make an impact.
Yeah, he wants to make an impact.
Sasa yesi ashatengeneza pesa fiti sana sa capitalism si kitu yake. Juni kama maybe tunaweza sema kuna client anaweza muafford sai.
There are those clients who can afford it, but unajua alikuwa anasema sasa like last year they made a revenue of $3 million. No client work completely, no client work.
Maybe took a creativity to a different level because capitalism wasn't appreciating their creativity in a good way.
It's not that. Those guys are based in California. Do you know how much? I think the cheapest logo just any designer can charge in California is, I'm not sure, it's not less than $500.
$500.
And that is the amateur guy.
Hata 500 ni kiasi.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni kiasi. Seme 1000 ama hata $3,000.
It's because
Ukipata wale designers wenye wamegrow like place like California, design is expensive.
na kazi yao ni safi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Si hata California peke yake, the majority of the US, because they appreciate design.
But why do they package it to be so expensive like that? Is it because the clients understand the value they are bringing, or is it because when you are a market?
California is expensive, bro.
It's because of the market.
California is also expensive. Okay, let's not be. California is a big state. Let's just go down to specific areas.
California is like Kenya now.
Tuseme kama LA. It's in California. Uko hata one bedroom, bro. Mnalipa huko kilelesho.
Asikia mzee alipa rent a month $10,000. Month $10,000.
Nye pesa ni mingi sana.
Unaona ni kama ukiwa hapa Nairobi, huwezi charge same logo na ukiwa Ushago because of
of the capitalism around you. Watasema aje.
Alafu historia ku creativity without profit. Unaonaje? Like say mseo unaweza pursue creativity without the pressure of profits and paycheck.
If you are looking at it in terms of delayed gratification, yes, you can.
In terms of
delayed gratification, because creativity will pay but won't pay now, and it depends. See, like
creativity pays. Okay, I understand what you mean.
Yes.
Monetary wise.
Yes.
I think creativity, execution, if you're doing it from the heart, immediately put it on paper.
Yeah.
Na inakaa unataka. Why ina spark?
Yes.
Why ina spark?
But
so do you think you can consistently do that without the capitalism algorithm and everything in your mind, like just doing it because you love it?
I think if you're doing it because you love, then you need to have the back of your mind the kind of clients you're looking at. Because kama you're just doing to post on social media, definitely like most of the people right now, the CEOs and the MDs, all talk online. So depending the target market, because I think if you're doing a good work, by the end of the day, someone somewhere up there, they will appreciate your work and they'll reach out.
Like Behance, bro. Nendanga Behance, unaona vitu watu wamefanya huko Buddha
una calm down
crazy, yani mpaka unajiuliza huyu msee akoshua hii kitu yenyewe hii hapo anafanya juu ya passion, like profit hii ni passion.
I think for them they have a target market. Msee anajiwanga like in a day I need to create something good.
Yeah,
it will pay one day.
Yeah, pesa hii ikiangalia tu like sasa unaangalia tu your door, like how you pay bills, hata you don't want your story ya vitu for.
I think if you're going that route, make sure that you have something that gives you an income.
Of course,
something that can sustain you as you
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
We are proudly sponsored by Nafasi Connection, an amazing co-working space. Kama umechoka na kufanya kazi kwenye wafanya kazi, possibly it's at home, possibly watu kwa ofisi wamekugo, you tell them you want to work remotely, unakuja Nafasi, wako na closed offices, wako na pia an open office, like you can work where you see other people interact with them. Wako na amazing Wi-Fi speeds, I repeat, amazing Wi-Fi speeds that don't shut down. Wako na schema backup pia.
Is it possible to be pursuing two things at a time?
Yeah, it
One,
is.
it's not fixing you to a point and you have to deliver your 9 to 5, which 9 to 5 is crazy.
Yes.
And you still have to show up creatively in your work and execute.
I think there you love to draw a line. Yes, you have to draw a line between
Mount Kenya. You're being appreciated here. One love.
you need to draw a line between unataka kufanyia mtu kazi ama unataka kujifanyia kazi. In terms of, unajua creativity it's your own. So will you schedule time for your own ama utakuwa unafanya tu muhindi kazi? Yes.
This is how you're going to do it. Most of the 9 to 5 they don't require your creativity because you're doing a repetitive work.
Yes.
You're not 100%. Wezi niambia kila siku kwa 9 to 5 za Kenya you're doing something new. No, you're not 100% sure. You're not doing something new. Most of these social media, maybe packaging, maybe you're improving the same packaging that you have.
The core business remains the same.
Yeah. Kama ni poster, tuseme kama unafanya hizi tuseme kaza Mozart, ukiangalia hizo zinakuwa karibu zote ziko the same. Template I think sijui wanatumia template moja. Ukienda sijui Sport Pesa zote zinakuwa almost the same. Ukienda sijui Azam zote ni karibu the same. Super Sport, KDK. So most of 9 to 5 I think you won't have that creative exhaustion.
Yeah.
I think the remaining creative part that you can do is trying to create a time. Ile time umefika kejani, just try to make sure that you're doing something.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me like the whole day you'll be spending doing the same thing, utaniambia utakuwa na creative exhaustion. I make sense. No, already unakuanga na template tu ni ku update date na pengine picha.
Sio ni kazi.
But there's no creativity there. Creativity pengine ni ile time ulikuwa na kama video template.
Yeah.
And then unapatanga ni easy template, they run maybe like for a year.
Yes.
Pengine zinaenda na season. Unapata pengine you as a designer ume season in a way that in 3 months I'll be changing templates. Maybe this month I'm going to use this idea. The second month I'll come up with something else. Maybe the third lazima move hivyo.
It's the pressure capitalism, like you're saying, in a fun. Kuna this new rise of creative economy.
Yeah.
And iterating just on what you said. Mtu kama kina Chris Doe, they've never handled a client. They are pushing and moving towards more of like creative economic freedom.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a wave that all designers are going to jump to, all creatives are going to jump to, or is it just a bubble that's going to burst eventually?
I think for creative, a handful a handful who can crack that code, because it's not easy. Because this you need to be creating assets zenye tuko nauza all the time. You need to be creating content, those teaching content zenye tuko nazi. You need to create maybe a community whereby they'll be paying you for you to teach them.
So you're running away from pressure deliveries to another capitalism way of pressure bado. To be consistent.
Yeah. You see like there's these people probably mianga illustrator sana, like maybe you make a whole package of icons.
Yeah.
That's a resource. Yes. When you're selling it, you're selling it like your own original work.
Yeah.
Now how do you place that based on what you're asking?
And how do you?
How do you place it on what you're asking now? Your story ya kuchange, unaona venye kina Chris Domali wana hiyo wave. Yes. But now you yourself you're creating like assets that other designers are using.
Yeah.
You see, that's a whole different path you can venture into dealing with your own creativity. Apart from venye hiyo venye kina Chris Do konayo sai.
So me, I think primarily vile, let's say someone like Chris Do vile wanafanya. Chris Do is a creative director. So unapata like most of the time like vitu mingi ana subcontract. Sema hata si anazi nini wanitangaje kupatia watu wazifanye. Yeah, as a delegate. So unapata like most of the time utampata yendo pengine kama pengine script ya za YouTube pengine, but ku create those other assets. Asset kama kufanya nini ya kufanya pitching za kuhandle pengine au to handle clients. Hizo napata pengine delegate to other big fellow creative directors. So maybe what we know under the future that those guys who were dealing with that coming up with kama umesema utapata kuna designer pengine mwenye handle ku create icons. Kuna wale pengine mwenye handle kuunda something else. So hizi vitu zote zimekuwa delegated.
That one brings me to a very important point. You see, like one of the people spoiling the creative economy in Kenya ni brokers. Hasa wanapanga hapo katikati. Yes.
Wanaitwanga kuna kuanga na drop shipping, of which ni product, na kuna kuanga na something shipping, of which ni a service. Like you broke service, una get caught na kila kitu. So
yes.
And then unatafuta something.
Yes.
That's what you mean.
And that's the reason why you see like right now there is a merging of a lot of like HR agencies. Kama umeona around like hizo hao ndio nakulia hivyo because they are trying to broke. Unaona kama wewe motisha creativity yako for this, even if it's Chris Do mwenye anatafuta mse wa kumfanyia graphics, huo mse hapa katikati akikuja akiko introduce to then akumit and then hiyo creativity kwanza hapo ishakuwa cut. Sasa na tunaweza how can we go around it sasa? Juu hasi hapo katikati ni bado wana make the creative industry to be way worse. They don't.
Eventually they will find out. A client will find out. See how will find out that they do it. Sometimes creative industry is a very intimate direction. You share from your website that there's a level of intimacy. Atataka kuwa very close na wewe. Get rid of. You see what they are doing? Same way the platforms they find like Apple, Fiverr. They are successful, yes. But eventually, people get away with their clients from the platform. And they build business up a way around that. So eventually, they'll be caught. Kuna swali lingine, which ni, what do you think sahi ina define? Unaonaje history ya success ya designers and creatives, like platforms zime-redefine hiyo kitu, ama capitalism pia mnaona ni kama ime-redefine, like sasa hivi unaona ni kama nini ina define as a successful creative or a design in this chaotic world?
Impact.
What do you mean by impact?
Impact. How do I mean by impact? How can I put it? Give me a product. Java Fusion. Java. Yeah, tuseme Java Fusion. Yeah, you have done your creativity, but what's the result of the creativity? Na kama Java Fusion, maybe we kama designer, you made it be so good yenye wase wengi wanaweza ibuy. Unaona? I think that's how you can measure its impact.
That's good, Mariga, but the problem with creative industry sometimes your impact may not be that much, may not be immediate.
Yes.
Sometimes in a delay. Sometimes you will not know that your impact may play somewhere.
Yes.
Utajua because ili ngumu kufollow up with some clients to see how they are doing.
Yeah.
Ama hata alichukua kama ni design yako, for example logo aliweka chini ya mattress.
Yes.
Ama is it in use? Like it's hard to measure that success instantly.
I think for design you can measure, but it depends with your client. Let's say a company like Cadbury ama Cadbury ndio walifanya rebrand recently.
Wamefanya rebrand?
Si Cadbury.
Sema tu Jaguar.
Acha Jaguar. Yeye ni watu wa forex. Kuna chocolate
promo chocolate.
Dairyland.
Yeah, Dairyland.
Let's say you're the guy who did the rebrand of Dairyland. So I think what you can do is they can take the metrics impact the last 6 months before they did the rebrand and 6 months after they did the rebrand. So from there, if the sales went, maybe they were selling 1,000 per day, 1,000 pieces per day, but after rebrand they're selling 2,000. Then by the end of the day you'll know there's one thing.
What if the marketing department did their work than you? What if the marketing department
what was the main purpose of rebrand?
Yes.
Meaning the marketing department was failing.
But that's easy when you're internally in the team. Sometimes you offer services as a freelance.
Yes.
And you disassociate yourself with that. You move on to other things. You see what I mean? It may take time for you to know.
But you see if you're outside and the impact you can view it in terms of we mwenye ume impact how many companies ama how many people.
Okay, so me, I think technically if you want to do all this and try to find the metrics of your impact in the market is just create a whole agency.
Yeah. And track.
Because most of the agency utangalia huwa wanasema like portfolio. This company was doing this, then after we did this, then there was a slightly spike on the sales.
Sir, tukimalizia, so inamaanisha we are not designing from the heart most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
The same thing I was saying last year, last pod, like art right now, art is a service, not.
Yeah, so it means most of the time we are not designing from the heart,
yes,
but rather we are doing it for the paycheck and other factors. But it's you as a designer to find the trade-off and the balance and how you convince, because I believe collectively as creatives we can impact and change the industry by putting clear definition of the importance of originality and creativity and how some things have stood over time. For example, Coca-Cola logo, I like using that. I don't know the full history. I don't know if they had previous logo, they changed. But you've seen how that has stayed over time. It has saved them a lot of money. Kama ungekuwa unashindwa kufanya rebrand. Another example is Jaguar. They tried, I think the market received it negatively. It failed. You see, so kama kungekuwa na some level of originality instead of jumping into the ship ya capitalism to try to fit in with the trend or some other things, it will have not led them to where they are today.
Sure.
Yeah, those are my sentiments.
Last but not least, mliona ile logo ya nini government of UK?
Yes.
They charge, I think, around 542,000 pounds.
Yeah, for the logo.
What they did was the dot between UK, it was shifted from the bottom to the middle, and it was changed from black. Was it white to turquoise?
That's it.
That's it.
Uko sure si capitalism?
Rebrand those first world companies na kwanga expensive. Doesn't matter what they've done.
It's not about capitalism the way we do capitalism.
It is.
The way we do procurement in Kenya.
Huh?
It's not capitalism the way we do procurement in Kenya.
Acha nikwambie. Let me tell you one thing. Enda tafuta zile agencies zinafanyanga rebrand ya those big companies. You see how much they charge. Yeah, some way it is capitalism, but it is very expensive. Mimi nilikuwa naangalia logo ya BCG ilikuwa $2 million. Si $2 million. It was close. I think it was close to $100 million.
I think then it's usually not just a rebrand of a logo. It's more than that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because those companies
you need to tell us more than what more that rebrand comes with. And at least in a make. Unajua mtu normal kama mimi ukiniambia logo ita cost to 200 million. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me as a normal Kenyan.
Hizo mostly zina include kufanya market survey and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a whole survey
from research.
From research and everything.
Let's talk about rebrand in some other episodes. Right now, auditioning yourself, merchandise.
Wadau.
Na designer ndio huyu. Mumsumbue mwambie mnataka kitu customized. Why UI?
Wadau. By the kuna UI UX. Why UI UX? Alafu kuna watu wa develop
ndio hii hapa. I don't call.
Huyu imemvaa lakini I'm 100% sure wewe mwenye utachukua itakufidi vizuri.
Na si coffee.
Alafu by the kutakuwa na kofia nini? Zitongaje?
Cape.
Zile bucket caps. Yeah.
All of them. Anything you want from Design Conversation we to DM utuambie. We will brand it for you.
Wase wanazipata aje hizo ma?
Inbox WhatsApp na kdk.co.ke.
WhatsApp number iko wapi?
WhatsApp channel iko ama tutaiongeza hapo chini. Okay. Tunaweka link ya shop pia hapo.
Very nice.
So wadau, buying this also helps the podcast grow.
Not forgetting our very important sponsor who are Nafasis. They gave us Nafasi to be able to shoot here. Nafasi is a co-working space that anyone who is a laptopreneur, where you are working from home, you can carry your computer to come at this space. They are at Baka Road, Westlands. They have an amazing space. They have boardrooms, they have work areas, they have kitchenette, and not forgetting the washrooms, which are very important. Thank you for being part of this episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and share with the designer. Merchandise.
Subscribe. Bye.